Hello and welcome back to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here with your third episode of our Voyagers 2025 playthrough. So as you know, we have established base. It is neat to establish a base. I've had a couple comments about this. It is really a good, it's not a bad idea to establish a base on the original planet you started on. There is so much to discover, but I will put out there that there's so much to discover on every planet you visit, not just the starter planet. Someone else also told me to make sure I keep my Radiant Pillar fighter ship, because it is actually a very good ship to have, and once you upgrade it, it is considered a fighter. So once you upgrade it and get a lot of these spaces filled in and everything like that, it comes really handy later on as a nice little fighter that you can use for certain things. So anyway, so we are present on this planet. As you know, we are also trying to find out all the animals if we can. I don't think we found them all yet, if I'm correct on that. Yep, we got 3 more to go. Let's see, and all 3 of them are underwater, so we're going to be checking out the water as well at some point. Very pretty area. We've got all these wonderful planets, and you can see that this area's been discovered, so these planets are already labeled. Most of the time you'll run across the fact that all the planets are, unknown, and you'd have to actually fly there to figure it out. But we got ancient bones over here, we got vile brood, we've got just regular fungal mold, nothing special there, an empty moon, so that's very interesting. This is good to find certain things. The rusted metal, silver, yeah, that's not really as important, but it's really good place to go. And then finally we have an Arctic planet that has frost crystal. This planet that we're on doesn't have anything special as well. What I was hoping to find is some buried scrap or something like that, so we can start building a Corvette, but I guess we're going to hold off on that for now. So we'll get there later. So let's get on. We're going to do a couple of the main storyline base stuff to get started. We're in a 4x4 little alcove here. You can see we don't have any power going on, right? Because, of course, our biofuel reactor is empty. So let me put a little something in there. You don't have to put much in for what we're going to do. So 5 will give us 3 hours, so that's going to give us plenty of juice to get back and forth to whatever we want to do. Plus, this is going to store some extra power, and we'll keep it going for even longer. So we do want to get some more buried technology at some point. I know we've kind of searched around here, but we do need to go somewhere else and look for some, because we're going to want to open it up a little bit further and get a couple other items, especially the solar panel. That'll be a really good thing to get. I don't think we left anything in here. No, we didn't. Okay, good. All right, then off to the base computer. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925F follows. Now we had G already. We're coming back to F. Scanner detected unusual broadcast, bzz, repeating 16 bzz, from the space station. Warning. End of archive. Records interrupted. The base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more we'll learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. And that's what we're going to be doing. So it's time to sell all those extra ships we found. Now, did we take a look in here just to see what we had? Yeah, we did. We ended up getting the MultiTool. Of course, I don't think I kept the other one. If I'm not mistaken, I think I traded it. Yeah, I did. I had to, because I didn't have quite the money to buy it, so... well, it is what it is. I've already gone through all the canisters and stuff like that. So we're going to go up to the space station now, but we've never been there before, so we can't take the portal. We got to take our ship. So we'll take it up there. Looks like it's right there. Okay. Now, you can go out into space first if you wish, but you can usually just lock in on it and go, even from inside the atmosphere. So there's another little tidbit of information you can learn. Again, I like to be in third person. First person is really cool because you get all your coordinates on the left side of the screen here, plus you can see what everything is doing at the time. I actually prefer, when I'm in a space battle, to be in first person like this. I don't know why. But you can also see that my pulse drive really is dropping fast. We're at 50% already, and we only just started, so anyway, here we are. And we're going to get the amazing first time to the space station music. Ooh, pink. And here we are. So, lots to do around here. Let's take a quick tour and I'll show you around. Let's start at the lower level here. So down below here, we're going to start all the way on the right side in the back over here. You have the scrap dealer. We aren't going to really be bugging with him too much. He sells some stuff and you can trade stuff with him. But he uses... I can never remember the word for this stuff. Hold on. I'm just going to take a look. Okay, we're not going to be able to see his black market operation there, or it calls it a gray market. I love that. This is your bone salesman. He sells bones for, you know, skeletons and displays and stuff like that. And then as we come over this way, we have a navigation map that does nothing, and then you have a cartographer. We can purchase stuff from him. Navigation data can be exchanged for certain maps and stuff like that to find different types of places. They could be ruins, they could be economic locations like landing pads and stuff like that. Over here is your portal. Over here is the trade terminal. Trade terminal is very important at these places. And then over here on the bottom level is your mission agent. And the missions that he has, and he's not going to show it to us right now because we're just asking about other travelers right now. The life form waits behind their terminal. They look me up and down, seem to decide I'm not a customer. They do not look particularly helpful. We're going to ask about other travelers, and the life form looks at me with alarm before waving me away. Okay. So we are considered a traveler, and they're alarmed by our presence as well. Finally, down below here, you have your starship outfitting terminal. This is where you upgrade your ship, and you can also take ships apart and get money and other parts from them. This is a starship fabricator where you can construct a new one out of parts that you get from disassembling some over there. You can't always get all the parts you want. This is your appearance modifier. You can change the way your character looks here, and a lot of stuff you can get from the Anomaly. You can also upgrade a lot of the things you have on your person as well. It's mostly just cosmetics. Alright, we're going to go upstairs. This area. Starting on this side, nothing going on over here until you get over here. And this is your exosuit technology merchant over here to get upgrades for your exosuit. You can also use the exosuit upgrade terminal here one time. And normally you have to pay for it, but your first upgrade is usually free. But you see, if I put one up here, it starts charging me 1,000. I'm going to put it down here for now. I'm going to get that empty spot in the center of my cargo area taken care of. That just always upsets me. My OCD hates it. But you see, I can't use it again. Okay, it'll say it's visited, and I can't select it. Now, if I do get some upgrade items, sometimes I can come back to the terminal. I can use it multiple times to get the other upgrades, and I'll show you that another time. But you got your technology merchant, but he's not going to show me anything because we're right in the middle of a yeah. Lifeform chatters away, assessing me with beady, inquisitive eyes, but when I blink, I see that the same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Interesting. We're going to repeat the number 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the lifeform blinking at me expectantly. Whatever's happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer can make something of this code. I will leave. Alright, so you can get upgrades from these guys here. As you might imagine, this is your multi-tool upgrade station as well as your multi-tool merchant. You have 2 multi-tools that you can purchase up here as well. Oh my gosh, there's an S-Class one sitting in the terminal. What are the chances? It's got 3 supercharged slots on it, but they're not really in an arrangement that I like. But look at the room we have in this thing. How much do they want? I've got to know. 5 million is what they want for this. You know what? We're going to have the money to buy that in just a moment. Alright, over here, let's see. It's probably going to be the same weapon, but it's probably not S-Class. It's an A-Class version of it. Looks like it's got this decaying beam capacitor in it too, but as good as this thing is, not important. We're not going to get it, so I'm going to decline that as well. But that's what you have there. Okay, we've got some empty space in the middle here. Then you have your Starship Merchant. This is for Starship upgrades. He's probably just going to chase me away. Oh, okay, we can get in there now. So you have your upgrades for your Starship that you can add, including, S-Class Hyperdrive upgrade. That's going to be good to know. Wow, infraknife as well, launch thrusters. Wow, okay, this is a pretty good merchant, man. You don't find too many of those floating around. Those first items, by the way, in there, just so you know, are reactors. C, B, A, and S-class reactors for building a starship down below in that center terminal that we showed you down below. Finally, this fellow over here is your technology merchant for exocraft. So you can get upgrades for your exocraft from here. We haven't even touched on exocraft, so yeah. Seating area, and then finally you have over here an envoy, and depending upon the emblem is dependent upon who they are. This is the explorer envoy, so yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything with him just yet, but we will one day. It's a guild envoy is another name for it, and if you haven't seen my video on that, I'll go ahead and link it at the end of this one. Alright, so that takes care of those areas. Oh, I didn't touch on this one up here. This is the main computer for the entire space station. It's a station core. And if you talk to that, life support system stable, commercial monitoring online, flight path management, 84% efficiency. The Atlas Aeron surveillance uplink is functional. Atlas and Aeron are in cahoots. They are two different entities that communicate to each other and share information. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You can input an override core code if you have a station override, and you can also use a forged passport in order to restore or neutralize your standing in any way. That's something you'll learn later on, in case you're wondering about that. Alright, so remember, we got an S-class over here. So what did I say? What did I mean by the fact that we're about to have a bunch of money? Well, it's because what we're going to do is we're going to pull in those ships that we found, like this one, and we're about to sell it. Do we need to take anything out of the inventory? No, we do not. And now we can sell it or break it down. Now, I'm not much of a hauler lover, if you will, so I'm going to go ahead and begin salvage analysis, and I'm going to claim the scrap worth 3 million. You can get customization modules out of it if you wish to help you build another one at this area over here, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to get 3 million for this ship. It asks twice just to make sure. And that ship is gone. It's going to be replaced with our radiant pillar in a moment. Okay, now they don't give you credits. What they do give you is they give you sometimes an upgrade. And you see we even have a storage augmentation that's really, really handy. And they give you spools and nanotubes and subatomic regulators. You sell these, and that will give you the money to that adds up to the selling of the ship. So I'm going to change the ship again. Hopefully I have enough room in my inventory to do this. Salvage. Claim 2.5 this time. Okay, good. We'll check our inventory. Yeah, we got an extra spot that got taken up. We got another extra hyperdrive module. The C-class hyperdrive modules I'm not too keen on. They don't usually give you anything more than about between 50 to 100 light years, so they're not really that great. All right, chain it out. We have one more of these ships to trade out. Begin salvage. This one's 2.25. But now it should be enough. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, nano cables. And we got these worth 6.5 million. All right. And we got 3 upgrades out of it. Ah, that's fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do is go over to the terminal here. There we go. And we're going to trade them. So we don't really need the pulpy roots anymore. I'll get rid of that. The recycled circuitry, we're going to get a 0.0%, so we're getting right about face value for them. Let's see, here we go. Subatomic regulators, you're getting a little bit less than what you should get for them, but that's okay. And same thing with this, you're getting a little bit of a bonus for them. And we're going to keep the salvage data. Okay, that should be all the items. We're going to keep the storage augmentations. We're going to use them on my ship that I have right now. So that'll be good. Is there anything to buy here while we're here? So let's see what they've got. Regular ferrite dust, we got cobalt, uranium, very handy. We got metal plates and processors and wiring looms. Tritium, we do need tritium. Let me put that in my ship. This helps the pulse drive. This is what you charge your pulse drive with. And finally, magnetized ferrite. I'm going to grab... No, we're going to hold off on buying that. Okay, and we got 7.7 million credits left. So, let's go over here first. We're going to upgrade our starship. Upgrade. And we're going to apply those augmentations we just bought. We got 3 of them. Then we can put them down here or up here. I'm not as worried about down here just yet, even though these openings down here really bother me. I need to get this upgraded. We need more room. So 1, 2, and we'll put a third one over here. All right. So that gives us a little more room in our starship to spread things out. Okay, good. All right. And we need our pulse drive. So you see we put that in there. There we go. Okay, we'll need more, but that's okay. All right. So let's go ahead and leave this area. We're done here. All right, we got to go back to our... and by the way, any of these pilots that land here, these are NPC pilots, you can trade with them. It's going to talk about money in a moment. Yeah, there we go. Let's talk to this fella. See what he's got. Just get a rough idea. All right, he's carrying pure ferrite, some copper. Copper we could use. Let's go ahead and grab it because that's actually valuable. And I think that'll be due for now. That'll be enough. You know what? Let me grab the ferrite too. It's always good to have extra ferrite. All right, we're good. Now, we want to get that multi-tool, right? So that's 5 million we're going to pay for that. Let's go ahead and grab it. Not every day you find one of these, man. That's really impressive. It's a nice multi-tool. It's not fantastic. It's not my favorite, but it'll do the trick. 5 million. There you go. So I want to keep my current multi-tool. Let's see what we got on that one. So we're getting an S-class upgrade for our scanner. Oh, did you see those bonuses that were on there? Fauna and mineral analysis gives us a 6,000 and 9,000% bonus. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in a supercharged slot and see what it does. 8,011. That's really good. All right, good. And we've got an analysis visor. It's not really worth supercharging that. Plasma launcher. Oh, that's very handy. That is really good to have. All right, I'm going to put you in a supercharged slot because that'll give it a little more power. So you have to be careful with these, though. We're going to need unstable plasma to charge it up with. But the plasma balls that it shoots out can rebound back and damage yourself. So you do have to be careful with that. All right, we got a mining beam. I'm not going to worry about boosting it, but we got some nice boosts for it over here. That's not terrible. And we need the terrain manipulator. So let's go to our other multi-tool, and we're going to uninstall the terrain manipulator. Okay, we do have a bolt caster, so I'm gonna do this with it. I'm gonna not dismantle it, but I'm gonna store it in my suit here, and I'm gonna put it into my... I'm gonna put this in my ship, and I'm gonna put it into my other one. All right, good. All right. And I don't think we need anything else. Okay. Go back and swap out our multi-tool again. And let's put our bolt caster in the supercharged slot. Look at the damage potential just increased very, very well. That's good. And... oh, we need to... right. How much will it cost? I need another carbon nanotube. It only gives you one back when you disassemble it, but it's a very small price to pay because when you install it, it comes fully charged. So I don't have to worry about charging it up. If I moved it over, it would have been empty. All right, so we're in good shape. This is a nice little multi-tool that we've got now. I think we're happy. Good, good, good. I do need some more salvage data, so we're going to have to start looking for some. Let's put this in our ship. We're going to keep a little bit of ammunition on us. We'll gather more as time goes by. Let's put the storm crystal in our ship too. All right, and that's for charging other stuff. All right, okay, I think we're good. Good amount of copper. All right, so we're ready to go, ready to get out of here. So we're going to use the portal down here to go back to our base. So we only got one place we can go, so we're going to warp there. Shouldn't take more than a few moments. Whenever you're in the same system, it only takes a few moments. When you're in a different system coming back here, it might take a little longer. All right, so we're going to visit our base computer. That's not our base computer. And we're going to discuss things with it. Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. Decoding. 161616. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Well, signal acquired, life signs detected. Okay, so it looks like we got someplace we gotta go. Do you see where it's taking us? Interesting. Activate a target suit from the analysis visor. Before we do that, we need to make another launch fuel. So I'm going to make... Before I make a metal plate, let's go purchase a metal plate. Rather than wasting some of our precious ferrite that we've got right now, we can buy that.
Product received. Product received.
There, I grabbed 3 of those. Alright, that should do. And now in our star suit, pardon, over here, we're going to do Starship launch fuel. I can do 3. Alright, good. Now, where's our hyperdrive? We don't have a hyperdrive yet. We did get an economy scanner, which is really cool. But we don't have a hyperdrive yet, and we use this with our hyperdrive to give it a little bit of a boost so we can go further with it when we get to that point. Now, the reason I did the launch fuel is because whenever you come back here, unless you have your own launch pad, it will always put it off to one side, so. Alright, where to? Okay, this way. Oh, it's taking us to the freighter nearby. Isn't that interesting? Different freighter, not this freighter. Oh, it says approximate location, right? Yeah. Just a hint. Oh, let's go to the freighter. Alright, there we go. Okay. Coded signal, so we want to talk to the transmission ball over here. Here we go. Log damaged, partial records available. The signal has led me to the wreck of a freighter, colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Request the log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, this terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They are followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. A schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Take the blueprint. I pulled the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. And there's our hyperdrive. So we're going to need 5 microprocessors, but we do have the chromatic metal already. It's probably a good idea for us to make a little bit more chromatic metal. I think that would be a good idea. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to the space station and buy more microprocessors. We might be able to buy them here. What is that? Just out of curiosity. Okay, just some debris. Okay. Okay, coming in. Coming in hot. Okay, so our landing thrusters are empty, so let me drop one in. Alright, and we're going to move you over here. I'm going to go ahead and install our hyperdrive. But we need 5 microprocessors, right? So hyperdrive ranges are 101. Let's see what each one of these give us. 160, 264, 372. So let's see what they gave us individually. 96, 95, and 59. That actually isn't terrible. These two aren't terrible. This one's but not bad. So we got some good hyperdrive range on this now. It's a decent start. So we need to get microprocessors. Now, microprocessors can be expensive, but we have money now, so... Let's see. Yep, here they are. We need 5 of them. 137,000. I think we've got it.
Product received.
And now we can upgrade our starship. Our hyperdrive is now set and ready. But we need fuel. So let's go to the next message it's going to give me. Well, let's go to the message it's going to give me. You see at the top left it says install the hyperdrive, objective complete, so we have to wait. There we go. Find antimatter recipe, return to the ship. Okay, so we're going to go into the ship. There we go. Auto diagnostic report. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I'll be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Tune scanner to antimatter. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the C. We're going to scan. It's going to tell us that something's out there. Oh, wait a minute. It said from space. Planetary scan from orbit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's do the scan. Antimatter detected. It's probably on a different planet. It is. Okay, so let's check out this planet here. Let's get lined up. There we go. The Boggy planet. Pretty sure we haven't been here before. It's got copper, paraffinium, and cobalt. All good metals, so if we come across them, we should go ahead and gather some up. So there's another task, if I haven't mentioned it before on the previous episodes. Another good point would be to gather what materials you can in whatever quantities you can get them in, because over time you're going to find you're going to need a lot of materials. It's the grind of the game, of any game really. Looks like we got a building down there to the right, because this will be approximate. So I'm going to try this building to the right and just see what it is. An abandoned building, because it doesn't have a landing pad. Let me do a quick scan. Yeah, I think that's the building. That's got to be the building. Alright, let's bring it in. And the door is on the far side. Okay, now these planets tend to be toxic. Mostly perfect, it says. How interesting. No stuff here. If you do this, you'll get this as a chart, so to speak, a charted point on the planet. But it gives you two things. It gives you 10 nanites, which isn't much, but it also gives you some nav data. There you go. That allows you to pull in your ship from anywhere you want, from any of those landing places. Alright, we've got hazardous flora here. There we go. We'll take care of that so it's out of the way. And then we're going to scavenge as much as we can from here. But in the meantime, let's get rid of the goop. Terminal online. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single, unblinking, crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. You will find us when the time is right. 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. Okay, so there's our formula, antimatter. It's made out of chromatic metal, condensed carbon. Okay, and we're done there. And while we're here, let's pick up, like I said, some items. That's just to restore shield. We don't need to worry about that. Oh, another box. More ammunition. It's nice. All right. Now what you have out here is whispering eggs, guys. I don't know how familiar you are with these, but I'm going to show you a little trick here. Whispering eggs by themselves are not harmful. What'll happen is once you break one of these open with your mining beam, the actual egg is revealed, and you will then be attacked by horrors, biological horrors that pop out of the ground, something like out of Starship Troopers. It's up to you if you want to go ahead and give it a shot. I usually do it because the eggs are valuable. Let's just put it that way. They're very valuable for two things. One, they're good for credits if you just want to sell them. They are very expensive items and they can get you a lot of money real quick. Alternatively, you can put them in a refiner and you can get a lot of nanites out of them too. So for my sake, how are we doing on nanites? I don't have a lot of nanites, so yeah, we're going to have to work on that. Now it's asking me to craft an antimatter, so we're going to do that. My suggestion is if you can do so, I need more, can I make one of these? No. Let me make a metal plate. My suggestion is, while you can, get your copper refined. I'm going to do about half of that.
Recharge.
There it is. It'll take 4, in normal mode it takes 4 of those warp cells to max out your hyperdrive. So that's my suggestion on that. Alright, while we're waiting on that, get my laser ready, and we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to show you how to do it. So you shoot the egg, pick up the larval core, do them one at a time. Try to ignore these guys. You can shoot them if you want. Just grab one at a time from each batch. There should be 4 of them around this one. Shoot one. Pick it up. Sometimes they drop through the landscape. They glitch out a little bit, so it's a good idea to pick them up as soon as you shoot them. And just go to each one at a time. They might hit you, but usually by the time you get to the next one, they're not even, most of them are just ignoring you for the most part. There we go. Okay, we only got a few more there. Now, if you're really chancy, you can shoot 2 at a time. Ooh. Feisty guy I am. There we go. Go to the next one. Okay, and I think there's 2 more left. See what happens? That one dropped through the ground, but I was able to select it. All right, and a couple different ways you can escape from these guys. My suggestion is just get to the top of the building. Stand in the dead center. You're fine. Nobody's going to hit you here. Okay? Then you can see our, looks like our refiner is all done. And after a little while, these guys are going to go ahead and submerge back into the ground. You can shoot them if you wish. It is entirely up to you. You don't really have any need to do so. So you can see 10 of these is worth almost 700,000 units, so that's a good amount of money. But if you put them in a refiner, you can get a good amount of nanites out of them as well. So I will probably choose for nanites this time. And I think they're gone. Nope, they're over there. They're still walking around. That's very interesting. Oh, there they go. Swarm subsiding. Once they do that and they've dropped into the ground, you're done. You can just get down. They won't bug you again. Until the next time you dig up some. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Alright, so let's make 2, 3, and 1 more. 4. Now the reason why it says I can build one right now is in the starship I happen to have one of these antimatter housings. I need 3 more of those. There we go. They require a certain amount of items to get, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we got 4. I'm going to drop them in here.
Technology recharge.
We're fully loaded 100%. And that means we're ready to go. Okay. Alright, Hyperdrive refueled, launch into space, and test interstellar system. Alright, now before we do that, I always tell you guys that. Let's head back to our planet. Do you remember I told you we had 3 more animals to get? I want to get those 3 animals. And we're going to dive underwater, we're going to get those 3 animals, and then we're going to go on our hyperdrive journey. Now the graphics on this will glitch out a little bit while you're watching it on YouTube. Don't worry about it. It's the pulse lines. It's so much graphics that are coming at us that it's having a little trouble with it. Now what I'm doing is I'm reorienting myself. I want to get on the sunny side of the planet so I can see the ocean a little better, whatever water there might be. There we go. That should be good. Turn around and look at the planet. Ah, plenty of water, huh? Very nice. Aim for the water. Because even though it doesn't look like there is any, there are islands out in the ocean here. There we go. Yeah, see? There's one. I'll just land there. Oh, I like that one over there better. You know, it's like a little half moon there. This one's better because I'll have easier access to the ground. There we go. And we're out. Deepest ocean, it says. Yep. These are pretty deep, it looks like. The oceans really are beautiful now. You can't stay down too long. You do use oxygen. Oh, there's our first biologic. Okay, looks like a swordfish-style creature. There's our second one. Let's go down over here. You can use your jetpacks underwater. Okay, there we go. That's 2. Looks like a little creature crab type thing. And we just need 1 more, and we're done. Oh, there it is. I was just about to say how difficult it might be to find them, but... let's go over here. Probably running low on oxygen. There you go. And that's 3. Okay, we're good. And there our oxygen's replenished. Alright, good deal. And if we go into our discoveries area, you see we found all 14 animals, and we're going to get a 3,500 nanite bonus. Fabulous. Look at that, 4,000 nanites now. Still, nanites are very hard to come by, not on a regular basis, but it's a good idea to grab them while you can. So I'm going to put just a little bit of carbon in here. And you see these 5? I think 250 nanites. Those 5 will give us. So the other stack will give us 500. There we go. And it doesn't take long, just a few seconds. There you go. And now we got an additional 750 nanites. That's excellent. And we got some area of our... This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a pretty planet this is. Yeah, we do need some buried tech. I do want to get a little bit more buried tech as well. So let me tilt upwards and we'll take off from the planet just a little bit. And we're going to look for some land, and I'm going to get... There it is. There's some land right there. All the species on one planet. All right. We're going to aim right about there. Aim for a landmass. Okay, bring it down. All right, so we won't be able to really pick up this stuff from up here. What I'm going to try to find is maybe a building I can land at. Ooh, crystals. I don't have an advanced mining laser. Any buildings, any buildings, any buildings. Of course it's not finding any buildings, right? Funny. Suddenly my planet is devoid of all buildings. Oh, there's something. Please be someplace I can land. It looks like it might be. It is. Okay. This is a factory. It's going to have some sentinels around it, but I'm not really too concerned about them. They're not going to bother me here. Yeah, see. Looks like you got a couple sentinels over there. It's strange how they're not showing up on my radar. See? Sentinel there, sentinel there. That's how they should show up, little red dot like that. Looks like there's another one over there. Okay. Yeah, healer. Alright. What I'm looking for is buried tech. So, let's see. There's another building over there. There's some buried tech up there. Alright. Let's go grab that. Those pretty birds. Nice. Be great to upgrade my jetpack one of these days. I'm used to all my main saves. Let me go ahead and charge that up. There we go. Having good jetpacks, but this one, yeah, kind of a tough one. How are we doing on oxygen? 462, I think we're okay for now, though, you know, if you can. There we go. Grab another 80 while we're here. Excuse me, sorry buddy, didn't mean to upset you. And because it's by itself, we can usually pick it up right out of the ground. How many we get? Oh, we got 4 out of that one. Sweet. It's not something you get too often. So what do we got here? We got some buried cash nearby. That might be worth grabbing. Again, the same thing. You can dig it out if you wish, but they're so close to the surface, a lot of times you can just grab it. Okay, that'll give us nanites. Okay. It's got a little bit of nanites there. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Buried cash, let's go ahead and do that. We're still looking for buried tech, but we'll grab these while we have them. More nanites. Yeah, I thought I'd find a little more. Now what we can do is also look for damaged machinery, but I am not finding a whole lot of damaged machinery, strangely enough. That's really, really odd. Okay, keep going with the buried caches for now. Sometimes these buried caches will give you something very interesting. Sometimes they'll give you an upgrade, they'll give you something you didn't expect. So it's worth grabbing when you can. Sorry, buddy. Wasn't trying to feed you. That's a tiny animal. Ah, like this. Okay, gave me rusted metal. Kind of useless to me at the moment, but we'll hang on to it for now. Buried tech. Alright. A little further away. Best way to search for this stuff is by foot, so we might as well do it. Alright, good deal. That grab it while you can. That's what you should do. Alright, there we go. Let's grab that. So, hopefully another 4. Looks like it is. Excellent. 4 is the maximum you can get, so I've got 13 now. I'd like to get it up to about... If I can get 30, that would be fantastic. I know that sounds like a lot, but at this point, you need hundreds of them. To be clear. Because you're going to find there's a lot of things you need to get. That you won't just be handed. Up. Trying to learn to work with a lower jetpack. Okay, more nanites. That gets us over 5,000. Alright, what is that? Sac venom. Useless! Ah, we did get some buried tech over there. That's good. Just make sure there's none closer. I don't see any. Okay, let's go. Ah, dense foliage. Always my favorite. Oh, found a grabber. Alright, are we on? Yeah, we are. Mining laser. I just want to make sure, because this is a good batch of condensed carbon. Okay, good. Grab stuff. Could be some ammunition in there usually, but I didn't see any that time. Okay, this one's going to be difficult because we have damaged machinery over here. Oh, hello. So we'll grab that first. More nanites. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's good. Oh, we got some right there. That's perfect. And a little bit some beyond that, too. Let's keep going. How many are we up to? 16. So it's usually, I think it's 10 for a landing pad, our own landing pad. So that's what I want to get, and then we can build that. Okay. Looks like we're only getting 2 out of that one. Alright. Cargo. I thought I saw another one earlier. Did I pass it by? Oh, no, I guess it's over here. Alright, we'll go this way. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get up to about 20 or so. Go from there. I do recommend, by the way, we keep running across these knowledge stones. These will give you the words that you need to learn. So, gek, muse, muse, muse. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A small alien life form kneels before me. They are tired, beaten. Without meeting my gaze, they offer up their hand. Accept knowledge. The name Gek floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Okay, now if we hit another one, it's not going to go through all that. So anytime you run into the new NPC of the system, Korvax and Vikeen, you'll do that one time. Then you just get a word. The more you can learn, the better off you can be, because as time goes by, and there's another one right here, unbelievable. As time goes by, you will start understanding them better. And all the words that they have to say. It makes sense, right? You know, just like learning any language there is, I suppose. There we go. Some more salvage data. Just 2 again that time. Alright, some right over there. 34, 360, 219. We'll head to that one first because it's closer. Doesn't look like it, but it is actually. Sorry, buddy. I mean to startle you. Just grabbing some of this condensed carbon. You can't get the big ones yet, but we'll get the little ones around you. Okay. Okay, where'd it go? There, that way. Wow, my life support's already getting low again. Can I make another... Yes, I can. Let's make another life support gel real quick. There we go. I'm swimming in the ocean. And all the jetpacks I'm using right now. Jetpack juice. See, if you watch my oxygen, my life support levels, they go down. There we go. Alright, let's grab this one. How many are we up to? 22. Okay, so we got one right there at 118. And another one right there at 151. That might be the better one to get. And we'll come back to the 118. Because we're at this big ravine area, so that's going to be an issue. Okay, we're going down. There we go. There's a buried cache there, so we'll check that out. That gave us some gold. That's kind of handy. About time it gave me something useful, right? Nope. Nope. Where's the other one that we just saw? That might be it, actually. Out there it is, 90. Yeah, how is he walking on the side of this hill? He isn't really. We just haven't fallen with grace yet. Try to save some of your jetpack just in case that happens. There you go. Alright, what are we up to? 29. Alright. How about we get one more? There you go. That looks good. I always say one more.
Technology recharge.
I always say one more. That's not true. It's never one more. It's always more than one more. Bioluminescence, I love that. Okay, up we go. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to try calling our ship in, but I have a funny feeling. There we go. I'm going to carve through and get to this one this time. Yeah, and it's right here, you know, so let's just grab the technology while we're here. Like I said, you can never not have enough of this stuff. Okay. And since this is here, we'll grab this too. Yeah, it's received. Alright, good deal. Now, if you're wondering about these crystals, just as you know, the crystals are very handy. Let me show you this. There we go. Crystals you got to dig out, so you got to use your terrain manipulator. But unlike the floating crystals, you can get these with your regular mining laser. And they come in here as a glowing crystal. You open them up and they give you something. Iridesite is actually very valuable, so we're going to take that. We'll be selling that soon, so that's a valuable component. Alright, so I think we're done here. You see where I'm going with this. Can't help it, guys. Every little bit counts. A lot of your game is going to be spent while you're exploring, is going to be spent doing just this. Is picking up all the stuff that you possibly can. There we go. Alright. There was one more over here, wasn't there? Another crystal, but I'm gonna hold off on that. I just wanted to show that to you. A little too far away. Alright, they're too far away. Let's pull in our ship. There we go. Okay. So my ship is now flying towards me backwards. Fascinating. Alright, now there's a good chance... Yeah, let's see, use some of my launch thrusters a little bit. Alright, no problem. Okay, so we're kind of ready for this. Let's see, we got a good amount of buried tech. Okay. Let's warp. Our first warp. Alright, so that's taking us, that path that's taking us to the galactic core, and at the top left you'll see it says we're about 711,000 light years from the core. There are quicker ways to get to the core, so we'll worry about that another time. While you're in this menu, you can rotate around and decide which route you want to take if you wish. I choose to right-click with my mouse so I can freely move around. And then using my arrow buttons, my WASD, I can zoom in and out, left and right, forward, backward, the whole 9 yards. So we just need to go somewhere. Okay. It's sending us this way. We might want to go ahead and do that. The problem is if you try to go someplace else, it may tell you, nope, you can't do that. See? So my suggestion is go on the path they're telling you to go if you wish. Now I can go up to about 300 light years away. So that's almost 200 away. You can find another system nearby. Dissonant is very interesting, but you're not going to get what you need there. You all know what I'm talking about. You can find a Sentinel ship there that you can purchase or find and repair. The problem is your very first warp will wipe that out. So the system will turn into a regular system thereafter. I want to go to a nice system. So you see the stars? See the sun has 3 stars next to it? It means it's a very good system for trading in. So I'm going to go there. And if I select it, and I can use my buttons to go up and down, I'll take a look. Alright, 5 planets. I don't see any moons, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Alright, good. Let's go ahead there, go there. So you can go wherever you want, and the game will continue on as usual, the storyline especially. Okay, we did our first warp. First contact, that means no one's been in this system before. Alright, here we go. Starship monitoring system reports error, guidance system malfunction. Searching for other routes. Searching. Obtained. Destination in 16. Accept new guidance? Yeah, sure, why not? Guidance accepted. Plotting route. Okay. Fuel source detected, so it's going to want us to get more fuel. Now let's see how much we did use. We used 20%. Okay, we're not getting any kind of efficiency out of these, so we use 20% to get where we're going. So we got to go to this planet over here. What is this planet? Let's find out. Let's scan it. It is a desolate planet, so that's actually pretty good. Low atmo, so you're going to get your first experience with atmosphere, or lack thereof, I should say, on a planet like this. So what we're looking for here is it's going to direct us towards probably a building or a crash site or something like that. And we're almost there. We're also coming up quickly on the end of our episode here, folks. Alright. Interesting. I don't think this is low atmo. Okay. So it wants us to search, so we're going to do a quick scan from further away. I'm not seeing anything, so let's get a little closer. Still nothing. All right. So what we're looking for is probably... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what we're looking for. This is a monolith. It's one of the ancient relics you can find. You have smaller ones called plaques. This one's called a monolith. Oh, it is low atmo. You see that? You take that into consideration. That's pretty neat. So let's get the wisdom of the Korvax. Norogo, 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 Nuti, Nuti, Nuti. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns towards me. Light steams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. Accept knowledge. The name Korvax floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Okay. Now these particular locations, these monoliths, will always have 3 of those. So grab all 3. There we go. We've learned 3 words. Now we're going to go up here. It's going to tell us that we learned words. There you go. All right. So, Heart of the Anomaly. This structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveler? Is it friend? So, I'm going to call myself a traveler. It feels strange responding to questions I'm unsure that I'm being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? First would be a little bit... I don't think that's right. I'm going to call myself last. I do not know how I am being spoken to. The monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again. Have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? It has seen the Eye has seen it. So I'm going to say both, because we've seen it and it's seen us, I'm pretty sure. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert, alert. The boundaries... Oh crap, I went right past it. The boundaries have fallen. Find us, traveler. Okay, so there we go. And we got a warp cell out of it, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to hold off on the warp cell because at 75%, it's good to add it in. So we'll wait on that. Whee. Okay. I like doing wee on these planets. They're a lot more fun to go around in. That looks like sac venom. Sure enough, that's sac venom. My ancient enemy. All right, we're done here. Launch thrusters are at 0, so we're going to go ahead and charge them. There we go. Always good to try to remember to do that. And where to? Explore nearby planets or search in a new system. Access the galaxy map. Okay. Let's do that. So our main system, as you can see, is right here. It'll always maintain the fact that we've visited it. You notice that the star system itself has a circle around it as well, indicating that we've been there before. Okay, so we're going to search out another one. I want to see if I can't find... That says dissonant, but I'm going to go there anyway because it's a 3-star system. I'm more interested in that. What do we got here? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 planets, and I see 2 moons around that 3rd planet. So that's interesting. 6 systems there. Let's check it out. And there we go. Looks like we got a space station right there. And first contact, that's good. What do we got? Bountiful planet, that's always really good. Activated copper indicates that it has storms on that planet whenever it has the word activated. Oh, we got a message. Hold on. Incoming transmission, source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. I'm going to identify myself this time. You left me. Why did you Tell them you don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd bzz, just like the others. Bzz. Ask who you are speaking to. There is no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. Okay. Coordinates received. Alright, so we got a planet we need to go to. That planet. And what kind of planet are you? Forsaken. Oh, that means somebody has... Leonardo's been here too? I thought it said I was the first one here. Okay, so we got ancient bones on that planet. While we're here, let's take a look around. Acidic. Ugh. Okay, this was the one with the moons. So let me go between. We're going to check out the moons. Go through that. There's one. And another one over there. Okay. So that's a planet over there. It looks like it has the 2 moons, actually. Okay, sorry. Ooh, dissonance detected. Okay, good. Fungal mold, vile brood. And if I can get to the bottom one, maybe... I almost had it. Oh, got it. Hold on. Whoa, got lucky. Okay, frozen moon, activated copper. Bad storms there. Okay. So we're going to be going to this place. I don't think... Looks like there's another planet out here. And that was the bountiful one? Yes. Oh, salvageable scrap. Oh, okay, good. And we can have a little fun on that planet. Alright. So let's go ahead and go here. Go to the stranger coordinates. Forsaken. Interesting. Ancient bones. Alright. So again, like I said, we are coming close to the end of our episode here. We're over an hour already, and I usually like to keep these to about an hour. So we'll see what happens. There we go. Cold planet. Interesting. At least it looks like it could be cold. Alright. Now, I don't know what we're going to find here. I don't know if it's a ship or something like that. I'm going to go into first person. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. Not seeing a building. I think it's just a campsite, if I remember correctly. Oh, nope, wait. There is a ship right there. See that little square on my screen on my radar? It's coming up right over here. There it is. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay, I think this is it. Let's find out. It is not it. Oh, yes it is. Yep, that's it. Okay, good. So it looks like we're going to get ourselves another ship out of this, though I don't particularly care for those shuttles. Alright, we need to repair it with sodium and chromatic metal. We had a little bit of each, so we're good. Bzzzt, bzzzt. There are no signs of life. There is only the static of a broken communicator. Extract records. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovering. All I extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they were, they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam. Oh, right. That's handy. We already have a hermetic seal and 2 wiring looms. Excellent. Let's install that. Let me see, it's over here, so I'll put it over here. Okay, we need a carbon nanotube. We can make that. We have to get some more carbon soon. And there we go. We have an advanced mining laser. That's really, really handy, guys. Really handy to have one of those. Now, before we do anything, let's check out this Aegis of Jubilee. Oh, it's an A-class. It's got some nice shields in it. We're going to probably uninstall that one. And the launch thrusters are already fixed, so we can fix the pulse engine. What do we need? Hermetic seal, metal plate. Okay. Compare, and we're going to claim it. Okay. Hermetic seal, metal plate. And the ship is now space-worthy. Let's go ahead and uninstall this. I'll take the wiring loom, the sodium, and the chromatic metal. And I'm going to steal this one. It's an S-class 30%, so that's going to come in handy in my other ship. I know it's an A-class ship, and that's awesome. but the amount that it takes to repair all this is just ridiculous. So unless it's a really, really nice ship and I really want it, no, we're going to sell this one. Plus, being an A-class means we're going to get some good bonuses out of that. All right, let's check over here at our damaged machinery and stuff. Got some nanites. Check in here. I'm going to get rid of the metal. I don't need it. And we got a Gek relic. More projectile. Let's get the buried tech. And we're done. Okay, we've got everything. Oh, low atmo. Interesting. Alright, let's check our inventory over here. We're getting kind of full. Alright, so let's go back to our ship. And we have 2 shields. Now I have a 3rd. So now we got 30% on each. Well, 22 on the last one. Alright, and what do we not need here? We're going to put the wiring looms in our inventory over there, as well as the warp cell. Let's see, we got this Gek relic. I'll go ahead and hang on to it for now. And over here, we're at 61%.
Technology recharge.
We're up to 85. Okay, good. I think we're in good shape. So it is time to go. I was hitting the wrong button again. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ship to the space station. There we go. That's it. We're getting another message. Hold on. Ooh, look at you. Artemis entity, we received your signal. Is it first? Is it last? Wait a minute. Time for truth. You have their signal, but you are not Artemis entity. Tell the truth. Your signal is familiar to Nana. We have been in contact before, I think. This will be a good time to come aboard, yes? A proper introduction to our home? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you... We're too close to the atmosphere here, hold on. Once we get away from it, watch. It's not going to pop up. We need to signal the anomaly and board the station, but we are not anywhere near the anomaly. The anomaly didn't pop up like it should. Okay. Alright, let me see here. Let me see if we can pull it in. Hold on. Yep. Alright, and there's our anomaly. So what we're going to do, we're going to end our episode here real quick. I'm going to show you how much money we get for the ship that we just got. And then when we get into the next episode, we're going to start with the anomaly. Okay? So let me show you real quick. Let me make sure there's enough inventory space in myself. We're going to be selling these 2, and I'm going to keep those. Yeah, let's sell these 2 things, and we should have enough inventory space. Okay, oh, there, ship. Okay, so there's the Aegis. Oh, wrong spot. Real quick. We're gonna sell the Gek relic and the iridesite. There we go. Alright, so we have room now. And we'll show you how much we're gonna get for this A-class ship here. Begin salvage. Claim scrap. It's only 2 million because it's a shuttle, but still that's 2 million we didn't have before. There we go. And we'll go to the space station terminal and sell off the components we just got. There we go. Spool of nano cables, subatomic regulators, and I think that's it. And we might have gotten an upgrade maybe. Oh, we got a shield and a pulse engine module. Pulse engine module is very, very handy. Where's my pulse engine? Right there. It'll give a boost to it. 16 efficiency and 13% boost, so that'll help with the fuel that we usually burn through real quick on that. The shield we're probably going to sell. We've already got enough shields, so we should be good. Alright, so that should do it. And there is our ship over there. Okay. So as a quick save point, we'll jump in and out of the ship and we'll call it here, and then we're going to start and we'll get to our next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate you being here. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next episode. Take care, everybody.